So, anyways, it reads, holy shit, I just astral projected. No time for blabs. This is what happened. Woke up from sleep and then decided to go back to sleep in hopes I'd have a better dream, or astral project, or lucid dream. Consciousness started to fade into a dreamy state, and I felt my body fall asleep as if I'm in sleep paralysis. I will pause for a moment and say that at that time I was reading a lot about how to astral project and how to purposefully lucid dream. And I didn't get any books on it or anything, but I was reading about it online and people's videos and people's accounts of what they did in order to have an astral projection. So there are a lot of ways that you can do it, through meditation, through psychedelics, through just consciously deciding that you want to have an astral projection, or it can just happen randomly. But one thing that I did read was sleep paralysis is the easiest way to have an astral projection. And people say a lot of things about sleep paralysis, like whatever, that it's has, I don't want to say superstitions, but something like, I don't know, they think that it's really scary, or demons are trying to attack you, or whatever. It's just your body falling asleep before your mind does, and therefore you feel like asleep in your body, but you're awake in your mind. So you are conscious of what's going on around you. So, first-hand account, sleep paralysis is the easiest way for you to have an astral projection. And that is what I use. So I'm going to continue. My body fell asleep as in sleep paralysis. Okay. But my eyes still worked, and I could look around and see the things around me. I started to get loud whooshing sounds in my ears, and I was like, fuck, I'm having sleep paralysis. And then I started to pick up frequencies of energies and voices around me and started to get scared. They were saying things like, I think she's going to do it. And I heard some other noises or voices saying things, or many things. I was having a lot of trouble getting out of my body, so I was like, oh god, I'm scared. So I said, I'm going to protect myself with God's light. Please protect me. And then I started to get third eye visuals as I began to transcend I'm going to assume that I meant I began to think of random things that would relax me, because there's some words missing there. Anyway, then I picked up some frequencies of music and other dimensions, and it's weird because I was like hearing those wishing sounds and I could like hear myself moving through a different frequency, and maybe I was like picking up an actual frequency from somewhere else or between the astral dimension, but I was picking up astral music. And one song, I'll continue reading, one song I really liked, but I couldn't remember all the lyrics. It was by a girl, and it went like, I am a nightmare, you'll do what I say. And I remember this because I thought the song was really cool. I looked it up at that time and it didn't exist. Maybe it exists now in 2017, but I don't know. Or maybe it's still in the astral dimension. I don't know. The music relaxed me. So the vibration started to get heavy as my body was heavily vibrating. And I had trouble separating. Somehow I flipped over and imagined me pulling myself out of my body from the ceiling. And I did. But it was only for like 4 seconds. And everything looked weird and different. I didn't write this down, but I do remember that everything, like as I was looking up at myself in my room, everything was like tinted purple. So everything looked the same in the room, but it was like I could see through it, and it was like tinted purple kind of. So that was cool. Anyways, I popped back into my body, which was like my dream body or parallel dimension body, and I tried to touch my physical self. I could touch it, but I wasn't responding, so I touched the face, but it wouldn't let me move it. I don't know why I thought that my astral self could move my physical self, but yeah. Anyways, so that's basically everything, and then it kind of transcended over into a regular dream. So I just wanted to share that because that was cool that I found that, and there were other times that I've had astral projections, but I haven't done anything like that recently. But I thought that was cool. So another thing that I wanted to talk about was I got a lot of books because I like reading now, and anyone who knows me probably knows that I can never finish a book. Like, ever. I get books and people give me books, but I begin to read them and I never finish reading them. But that has changed. The first book I have here that I ever finished reading, the whole thing, was this book that I have, and it is by Aldous Huxley, The Doors of Perception and Heaven and Hell. It's 2 books in this one book. So this was given to me back in 2011, and this is a good book about psychedelics, spirituality, the way that your perception changes, and the unmapped areas of human consciousness. So I like this book. I like reading about this. And this other book that I have here is one of the new books that I recently bought. I have a bunch of other ones that I've actually finished reading. I finished reading this one too, and there's one last one that I'm almost completely finished, but I love this book. It is called Straight into the Point, Spiritual Growth. And I like this because the topic is being your higher self. And that's something that I've been working towards for a long time, and can't say that I have mastered being my higher self yet, but I would love to completely merge who I am standing here as now with that higher self part of me. One thing that I really like about this book is it says, these are my thoughts, these are my experiences, whatever, what have you, but if anything in this book does not resonate with you, don't accept it as truth. Just take whatever from this that resonates with you or whatever. And a lot of things in this book resonate with me, so I really love this book. And I really need to read it again so I can actually get each point out of it that really spoke to me. So as I was reading it, I was just like, whoa. Didn't highlight anything or take notes or anything, so I really want to read this again because it has so much good information in it. But one thing that I just really wanted to share was this, because I could definitely connect with it at this point in my life. Last chapter, I think? Yeah, last chapter, Becoming Transparent. As you put your work out to the world and grow through service, you will encounter many kinds of energies and people. You will become more aware of the subtle energies around you and of other people's thoughts and feelings. You'll want to learn how to handle these energies in a way that allows you to be a source of light no matter what type of energy you're around. Learning how to stay calm and centered in your own energy while experiencing the energies, thoughts, and feelings of the people around you might be called being transparent. And when you are transparent, you can comfortably be with many different kinds of people. You can learn to enjoy what is positive about them and find ways to go even higher when you're around energies that are not as harmonious as your own. To go spiritually, you do not need to create a perfect environment, have no negativity around you, or retreat from the world. You're here to learn to be your higher self in the midst of the kinds of energies that are present on earth. You can grow and find love in your heart even around people who aren't of a familiar vibration, or even people who aren't of a similar vibration to you. So I really like that, and that's really hard for me, because a lot of the time I do just kind of retreat and like, nobody understands me and I just need to be by myself, and it's even harder to grow when you don't have that support system of people who are similar to you, especially in the place that you dwell. If you feel like you're living in a completely different world than, whoever it is that you're living with, it kind of sucks. And especially when they are supportive to your growth and you have to keep everything like you're living a separate life. It's really hard for me, but I'm so happy that I have been able to leave that situation, and now I'll be able to create the harmony that I need within my life, within my own situation, living situation. So I'm happy. And there are just a lot of things in here that I really, really like. So I probably will reference back to this really awesome book later. And I totally recommend others to read this if they just need to find some peace in their life and care about different ways to connect with your higher self and bring this self into your everyday life. So yeah, I love that. But yeah, it's really good to see that also now, because I'm still trying to learn how, not only how to be my higher self, but to get my not let my empathic nature run my life. It's good to be an empathic person, but when you're absorbing so much of other people's energy or negativity, you kind of lose yourself. And that's what I was definitely feeling like over the time that I wasn't making videos and I was practically having a mental breakdown. I was losing so much of myself and I was becoming a hollow shell of a person. And there was one, obviously because I was depressed and anxious, and then also because of my empathy thing. Clearing your energy field does not always immediately make changes in your life. So it's just other ways that I need to learn how to, protect my personal energy and just become more secure in myself and love myself more, so that wherever I am, I don't know, I want to say I'm me, but I'm always me. But I don't lose, fade into the background or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how to say that properly, but hopefully you understand what I mean. And also, being a more balanced person, and that's how I've been able to get a little bit farther in my life and accomplish more of my goals that I was so upset that I wasn't accomplishing before. It was because I couldn't stay balanced, and it was like, I was always off in fairy world, and I need to acknowledge that I'm supposed to be experiencing myself as a human and not be so obsessive about the fact that I'm a human and I don't know how to explain it. Not be so wrapped up in the spiritual reality because I'm here to be a human. So I have. Sorry, my nose is really itchy. Anyway, I have learned how to find a lot more balance in my life. So I'm really happy about that. And I feel a little bit more safe within myself, centered around other people. And because I remember before I was always like so uncomfortable around other people, it's like I don't know how to experience this experience. That probably makes no sense, but that's how I was feeling, and I'm glad that I don't feel that way anymore. But anyway, I have so many other things that I want to talk about, and I don't want to put them all in this video. So I will be making a lot more, and I'll try to, when I feel like it, you know, post more about all the things that I know that I want to talk about now. So thank you for watching, and Happy New Year!